Hi friends, it's Laurie here from Lemon Yoga and welcome to today's video for the PoTS UK Yoga Challenge. Today I am taking you through a yoga flow for fatigue, which is a very common symptom for those of us who suffer with PoTS syndrome. So if you are feeling well enough to join in today, I invite you to come and sit on your mat in a comfortable cross-legged position and we'll focus on the breath. Breathing in through the nose and out of the mouth in your own time. And taking a second breath in now. Inhale as deep as you can into the body. And exhale. And again, inhaling. And exhaling. Moving through one more in your own time, and what we're really trying to achieve here is fresh oxygenated blood moving around the body, because that really helps to wake the body up. It helps to shift the fatigue, and although we can't get rid of chronic fatigue, we can help ourselves. So releasing the hands down from the body now and bringing the chin to chest. We'll roll our head to the left-hand side and just begin to stretch into the right side of the neck. So bring that left hand up and over, gently hold on to the side of your head until you can feel that stretch. And this is another thing I find really helps with fatigue, especially when I'm having a really, really bad day, is stretching, just gentle stretches that open the body and make me feel like I've got more energy. So that's what we're doing. We're gently stretching, opening, and hoping that by stretching, by getting that fresh oxygenated blood moving through the body, we will start to shift a little bit of that feeling of fatigue. Rolling the head now over to the right-hand side, exactly the same thing. So right ear to the shoulder, right hand comes up and over, gently hold on until you find that stretch running through the left side of the body. And again, let's focus on the breath. As big as you can, big belly breaths all the way into the base of the belly. And long, slow exhales. Really helping the body to open, to release. And we'll slowly release there. Carefully rolling the head back through center and lifting the head back through center as comfortably as you can, as slowly as you need. And then moving on to our full body circles. So we're rippling the body all the way forwards, all the way backwards, trying to release any tension in our spine. And again, this is just to create more space in the body, feel like the breath can move more freely through the body, feel like everything is just flowing better once we've got rid of the stiffness. So moving both ways with your circles, having a really good wiggle, and also whilst trying to breathe in as deeply as you can and as long exhales as you can. Wiggling your way back through center now, and we'll lift the shoulders. We're going to squeeze those shoulders to the ears and then take a big exhale, drop the shoulders down. Exhale out of your mouth. And again, lift and squeeze, hold. Exhale out the mouth, release. And again, lift, squeeze, hold. Exhale out the mouth, release. One more time, lift, squeeze and hold. And exhale out of the mouth to release. Now taking a side bend, the left arm is reaching and sweeping up and over, right palm to the ground. Now, if your fatigue means your limbs feel really heavy, it's really hard to keep the limb over your head, just wrap it behind your back as I'm showing you now. And you'll be doing the same thing, stretching into the side of the body. It will just be less intense. So pick the version that feels right for you today. And then as much as you can, theme of today, breathing deeply. We'll release. We'll try that on the other side. Right arm reaching, sweeping up and over, breathing that space all the way through the side of the body, remembering that modification if you need it with the arm down. Creating that space, bringing new energy into the body. In yoga, we call it prana, our life force. So the breath is known as prana. Exhale, we'll release back through center. We'll interlace the fingers now behind our back and we'll pull the arms away as we lift and open through our heart space. Lifting the chest, lifting the gaze. energizing through the front of the body, releasing any tension there. And again, just breathing really deeply. Release back through center, and slowly now, as slowly as you need, you might need to pause the video, we'll come on round onto all fours. I try to show you these things in real time so you know how long it takes me. All right, so once we're on all fours, we're going to draw great big circles, rolling the body all the way forwards and all the way backwards, just as big as you can manage, and pairing that with the breath, breathing in and breathing out. Having a really good wiggle, finding all that lovely space in the spine, in the hips, maybe feeling a few clicks and pops as you move. Slowing that movement down now, and we'll stretch into the hips. We'll step the right foot forwards. And this is where those of us with hypermobility need to be careful. So you do need to sort of pull the weight backwards. I'm going to show you now as I begin to slightly sink those hips forwards, but I am squeezing and engaging through the glutes so the weight isn't dumped down into the hips. So you might need to pull back as I'm now showing you, or you might be able to hold it here if you've got the correct strength to support the pose. Do not do this. Sink that weight down, because that's going to overstretch. If you are hypermobile like me in the hips, you will overstretch into the hips doing that. So ever so slightly pull back, engage the glutes, engage through the front leg, through the quad, so it feels strong and powerful, and then breathe down into the hips. We want to focus on that left hip flexor stretching and opening. And we'll slowly release now. We'll try that on the other side. Left leg is stepping through, so we'll be opening into the right hip flexor. And again, just find the stretch on this side that works for you, engaging through the glutes, really pressing through the front foot, so you're finding that strength first. And then stretch and open through the hips. Send some breaths down there. It's said we hold a lot of emotions, a lot of things in our hips, a lot of tension in our hips. So it's a really nice place to stretch out. If you are feeling particularly fatigued, I always think some hip stretches always make me feel just that little bit better. When you're ready, we'll begin to release. And we're going to come into a side stretch now. So bend through your right leg and extend the left leg out long. And then we'll reach that right arm all the way up and over. The left hand can reach for the toes if you are living in a open body. Otherwise, just rest the hand. And then maybe drop that right hand behind your back as well. If you find the limb feels really heavy above the head, I will hold it for as long as I can, but when I get fatigued, I also drop the arm down behind me just to show you how my real practice looks with PoTS and with fatigue. So always modifying so it suits you. Breathing that space all the way through the left leg, all the way through the inner thigh, stretching, opening, lengthening, getting that fresh oxygenated blood moving all the way through the body now. And then we'll release and we'll try that on the other side. So the left leg is coming in, the right leg is out long. And we're reaching the left arm up and over. The right hand can reach for the toes if you live in an open body. Otherwise, placing that hand on the leg and maybe modifying with the top arm down. Or just seeing how long, like me, you can hold it and then popping it down when it doesn't feel right for you anymore. Breathing deeply. Remembering that that's our prana, that's our energy. So we're going to keep breathing deeply to move that energy through the body. Even if you're feeling really under-energized today, it's kind of a way to trick yourself into feeling a little bit more energetic. Stay there a little bit longer. And then slowly come on out, release. And we're going to come down onto our backs now. Move as slowly as you need. You can, again, pause the video if you take longer than me to come on down onto your back. I suggest that you place a block or a cushion or a pillow under your head so you're not having to flat lie. I just didn't have one handy today, but please grab one if you do have one handy. Bring those knees to chest, give yourself a hug, and just gently rock from side to side, giving yourself a lovely little massage. Finding a nice release all the way through your back, finding softness. And then we will drop those feet down, arms nice and wide. Just begin to swing in a really relaxed way, your knees from side to side. And this will release through your hips. It will release through your lower back. And hopefully it will just feel really nice to just let go, to let the body move, lead the movements without you having to think too much about it. To let your back sink to the ground. Let the breath flow freely. And then find center, draw the right leg in so you can extend the right leg to the ceiling, finding a stretch in the back of the leg. Tuck your chin to your chest. That will be easier if you have a cushion or a block under your head. And gently draw the toes down towards the body so the foot is flat to the ceiling. Keep breathing, finding that space. Letting everything feel soft. We release, we bring the left leg in, and we'll try that on the other side. Extending the left leg to the ceiling, foot flat towards the ceiling, back flat to the mat, chin tucked to chest. Breathing that space all the way through the back of the left leg. Just hopefully feeling a little bit more energized, maybe a little bit of that fatigue has been lifted from us. It's unlikely we'll get rid of the fatigue completely, but hopefully these stretches have just helped shift things a little bit for you today. And it's about noticing those little shifts in the body. We'll release the foot now. We'll bring both knees over to the left-hand side. Bring your left hand to the top knee. Reach the right arm away. Look over the right shoulder. And let yourself melt into a twist. Twists are really great for unwinding, relaxing. So just breathe deeply here. And take a moment to let go. And sometimes that's the best thing we can do, isn't it? On a really symptomatic day or on a day where we're feeling really fatigued, just surrender to it. The legs will now drop over to the other side, to the right hand to the top knee, left arm reaching, sweeping away. Letting yourself melt, looking over the shoulder. And taking those big breaths in and out. Inhale. Exhale. Everything soft, everything heavy. Release back through center, draw knees to chest. Give yourself one more hug. A gentle massage to finish our practice. And then we'll roll onto our side, whichever side feels best for you. And then as slowly as you need, as long as it takes, pressing yourself gently back up to seated. Again, I'm showing you this in real time so you can see how long it takes me. But you might be even slower, and that's okay. So take your time. Whilst we are slowly coming up, I want to say thank you so much for joining me for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed, and make sure you are supporting the PoTS UK Yoga Challenge by continuing to do this practice and getting lots and lots of people to sponsor you along the way. Bring those hands up, exhale down to your heart space, and thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you again very soon for the next one, and make sure you do repeat this flow if you felt that it worked for you today. Sending love. Bye guys!